In the first video in this series, I showed how to create a WIZARD2 counting protocol to automatically launch an existing MyAssays Desktop data analysis protocol after measurements are completed. In this video, I will show how to use this technique if you don't yet have an existing MyAssays data analysis protocol. I'll show how you can build a new data analysis protocol from scratch and associate that new analysis protocol with your counting protocol. So from the WIZARD2 home screen, I'm going to create a new counting protocol. Now remember that the protocol name that you specify is automatically associated with a MyAssays Desktop protocol. In this case, I'm going to enter a new protocol name that doesn't currently correspond to an existing MyAssays Desktop protocol. So I'm just going to call this protocol example and create this counting protocol. So as before, we'll select to run the MyAssays Desktop protocol after the assay is complete. Also, I'm just going to change the isotope to a normalized isotope. Okay, so I'll save these changes and let's close out of the protocol list and we'll start the counting process. Now in this case, there is not an existing MyAssays Desktop protocol matching the counting protocol name example. So that's why we see the new protocol wizard appears. The new protocol wizard will guide us through the process of creating a new data analysis protocol. Now, on the first step, we can choose type of measurement data to import. We can select to import all of the data, the CPM or the spectral and CPM. Now I covered the differences between these in another video, but in this example, I'm just going to import the CPM data. So let's press next, and here we can see the CPM data that's been imported, and under the meta tab we can see the various metadata that has been imported along with the CPM data. So let's continue and we can set up the sample types used in the assay. For this example, I'm just going to use a simple data analysis where we treat all of our measurements as unknown samples. Let's select this rack layout. And we'll continue through the wizard, and you'll notice on this step that the name of the new protocol has been set automatically to the name that we entered when we created the counting protocol in the WIZARD2 software. Also, you can see the results naming button is here. You can customize exactly how results files generated by this protocol are named. The default option is to automatically name and store in the results folder. In that case, the results name will be based on the protocol name and a unique ascending number. If you prefer to name your results file in a different way, you can use the custom option and use these various macros for setting the folder and the file name. You could, for example, include any of the metadata, perhaps the WIZARD protocol ID or run ID, or any of the parameters that have been imported along with the data from this run of the wizard. I'm just going to accept the default naming method for now. So let's continue through the wizard, and on the last step we can select to launch the protocol. Now here we can see our measurement data has been imported and our results have been generated. Now at the moment our protocol doesn't do anything interesting, it's just applied the rack layout that I specified, which is just simply unknowns, with the imported CPM data. Now at this point we can start to add the data analysis to the protocol. There are further videos available which go into more detail about creating different types of protocol. To keep this example simple, I'm just going to make some small changes to this report. So let's go to the Home tab and View Properties, and under the Matrices tab I'm going to select our raw matrix, the CPM data, and I'm going to add value color scales. Let's use red, white and green, and then we'll calculate these results. Now if we close the properties panel for now, we can see that this change has simply added color scales to our report. I'm going to make a further change, and under the report sample table I'm going to order the sample table. Instead of by sample, let's change this to CPM. So once again we'll calculate the results, and we can see that in this case our results are now ordered by CPM in ascending order. Let's make another addition to the report. Under the report tab, let's add a text element. Now here we can add custom text to the report, but we can also refer to our metadata that was imported along with our measurement data. So for example, we could include the text serial number, And then let's double click on this instrument serial number, and this will include the imported imports instrument serial number. Also, we could have a run ID. This would be the Wizard assay run ID. Again, we can double click on this to include this in the report. Also, let's move this text element to the top of the report elements, and we can calculate this again. And now we see the serial number and run ID. So now that we've made some changes to the example protocol, we can go to File and Save. And if we select to save these changes to the protocol, then these changes will be saved to the protocol. So now we've built our example assay protocol to perform some very basic analysis and reporting. So the next time we run the example protocol from the WIZARD2 software, this report will be generated for us automatically. One further change that I'd like to make is to set up this protocol to automatically export the report. So let's use the export wizard and set up an export format. I'm going to use PDF. There's several other options. You might want to export your data to Excel or Word, or even to some other format, perhaps ready to be imported by your LIMS system. For now, I'll just use PDF, and I'm just going to accept the default export destination, which is the reports folder, and I'm going to set up the protocol to automatically export and open the report with the default viewer. So let's press finish. So these changes have been saved to the protocol. So we can exit this results file. We can save the changes to the results file as well. So now let's start counting again with the wizard with the same counting protocol, the example protocol. Now that the example protocol exists, after counting is completed, MyAssays Desktop analysis is automatically launched, and the example protocol is used to perform the analysis, and in this case export the report and open it for viewing, as we can see here. Using this method, we can associate a counting protocol with a MyAssays Desktop protocol simply by naming the counting protocol to match an MyAssays Desktop protocol. If the MyAssays Desktop protocol does not yet exist, then the new protocol wizard is launched. You can create a protocol, import the results, make your changes, refine the protocol, and save those changes to the protocol. Then the next time you use the WIZARD2 to count with that protocol, the new MyAssays Desktop protocol will be used to process that data.